so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but
I believe in truth. I'm also a big fan of justice. What's going on, guys, and welcome to my Zack Snyder's Justice League spoiler review. That is a long title, but yeah, you know, Zack wanted to put his name in it because, you know, reasons, because of course the last version of this movie. So yeah, this is the Zack Snyder cut. This is the Snyder cut. This is the definitive edition of the Justice League movie. So yeah, that's what this basically is. A 4-hour-long Justice League film. And my God, I'm so glad that I finally was able to get through it. Because, man, it was long. It was long to sit through. If you're watching this movie, I recommend you watch this in parts. I do not recommend that you sit there and watch the whole thing. Because it is not worth it. It's not worth to sit there for... And it really doesn't feel like a movie. It does feel like an actual, like it was supposed to be some type of series or some type of part series or something. Because the movie does that. It does like part 1, part 2, part 3. It does it in parts. I recommend you watch it in parts or a certain amount of parts because it's long. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. But before I do, I just want to say this. So, this video should be uploaded today. It should be uploaded roughly today. You should see this today. Tuesday is when I'm recording this, so you should see this today. Now, what has happened recently? Because a lot of stuff happened when this movie was coming out. There was this big controversy surrounding Zack Snyder and Geeks of Gamers, which I do watch. I watch some of them guys. They're pretty cool. And there was this huge controversy because Zack Snyder came on there and he basically distanced himself from Geeks and Gamers, which is very hypocritical considering the whole reason why, according to WB, why Zack Snyder was not, you know, finishing the movie, you know, that 4-hour fucking cut, was because of his daughter died. I don't remember if it was... I don't remember if it was a car accident or if it was some type of suicide thing, but she died. And Geeks and Gamers were holding up this big, like, suicidal awareness, funding. They were, like, funding this project to be aware of, to prevent suicide. It was a suicide prevention funding thing they were doing. When Zack came on there and said what he said, oh my God, all the funding stopped. It halted for like a few minutes because everyone was caught off guard by that. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is painful to lose a loved one. I've lost loved ones in the past. So with that being said, all bets are off. So all bets are off. After this whole controversial thing, I'm not holding back. I'm going to give you every single thought, every single thing, every single critique, every single positive, and every single negative. I am not holding back. That's not what we do here, regardless of if you lost a loved one or not. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this. So, with the controversy out of the way, let's go ahead and start with this. So, what would I describe the story? What would I describe this whole movie in one word? Or not one word, but in like a sentence. Pretty much the same, but that's exactly how I would phrase this. Pretty much the same movie, but, and then it adds on. This is just the same movie with add-ons and slight differences and tweaks made from the Whedon cut, essentially. And if you guys remember my Whedon cut Justice League review, I was very, let's just say, I'm gonna be honest. That fucking review I did was very cookie cutter, very fucking soft. I should have been a little bit harder on that movie. That movie was really a 3 or a 4 out of 10. That's how bad it really was. At the same time, this movie still has a lot of the same elements and a lot of the same story beats inside of it. So it's still the same movie. It just explains things that weren't explained, or it adds on to things that it didn't in the last version of this. So that is, again, pretty much the same, but it is the best way I can describe this to you as a whole. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into the meat of this 4 fucking hour long movie. So this is a spoiler review. So if in case if you can't read, this is a spoiler review. So I am going to be going over roughly the entire movie. I'm roughly going to be going over the entire movie. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled, recommend you dilly-dally on out of here. But for those of you who've already seen it, fucking how, this movie's long as shit. But for those of you who, you know, didn't see it or didn't care, stick around. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, oh yeah, before I also start, I do want to say that I did go back and I rewatched Man of Steel and BVS and some other DCEU movies because I wanted to refresh myself on this cinematic universe, this world, to remember the feeling from it. And oh boy. So if some of you guys might not know this, I don't think I've ever reviewed it. Man of Steel. To tell you to it short, not a good Superman movie. Really, really bad Superman movie. Maybe a good movie, but it was not a good Superman movie at all. And we all know why. And then BVS, you had Batman Murder, you had Murder Bat, and you know, you had the weird 3-hour fucking cut of it. That movie was really long too. Like Lex Luthor, like I've gone back and forth on BVS a lot, but I think I can confidently say to you that Man of Steel and BVS, no good. No bueno. They're not good movies. They're not. And I know that some of you are going to disagree with me. I myself have gone back and forth with myself internally. I've had an internal fight if I think they're actually good movies or bad movies. And I have finally come up with the decision that no, they're bad. They're not good Superman movies. They're not good Batman movies. They're bad. So with that being said, this is basically a fucking trilogy. Because the movie opens up with Superman dying. It opens up with the scene where Doomsday, with fucking the Ninja Turtle Zod monster, kills Superman, and that's the opening scene. And basically, if you guys remember what Lex Luthor said in the last movie, he said something about this thing with this bell being tolled, or this bell ringing. And guess what? The bell ringing is Superman screaming in absolute agony while dying. Because apparently he screamed so loud that everyone in the universe heard him. The mother boxes heard him. The whole world heard him. Which you'd think that everyone's eardrums would be blown up. And apparently across the universe a little bit. I don't know. So that's how this movie opens up. with a fucking symbolism bullshit. And there is a lot of symbolic bullshit in here. There's a lot of... Zack Snyder likes to do this thing where he likes to symbolize, like, Superman as, like, this like, God, or this Jesus-ish type of character. I hate when he does that. That is not how you should be doing this. This is not how you should be writing Superman. But whatever, I digress. This is not a Man of Steel review. This is a fucking Justice League review. And I don't want to sit here forever because I already know this video is going to be long. I'm already looking at the timer right now. It's been 9 minutes. It's been 9 minutes. And I haven't even actually gotten into the movie yet. I'm at the fucking beginning of the movie. I'm the first 5 minutes of the movie. This is a 4-hour movie. I'm going to be here for fucking 6 hours. Anyway, okay. So, yeah. Let's see, I wrote a lot of shit down, so you're gonna probably see me looking down a lot, because I have to refer to this shit. Movie feels like it happens immediately after, okay, yeah, so it feels like it happens immediately after BVS. Because if you remember the last movie, it felt, you had a funeral scene, You had, which it was good actually. I like that. I like the funeral scene in the original Justice League, or the Whedon Justice League film. I like that they're actually doing the scene where they're like, putting him in the coffin. They're like, moving him around the city and stuff. Everyone's mourning his death. Everyone cares about Superman, blah, 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 even though you never really see him do anything too heroic, except save the world, and that's it, that one time. And then a few times in BVS, but whatever. Zack doesn't understand that you need to see the hero be heroic. You can't just say that he's a hero or say that he's heroic, because yes, we know that Superman's heroic, but this version of Superman is not the same. So you need to show the instances of him being a hero, and we don't see that enough in Man of Steel / BVS, and that's why every time they're like, oh, Superman was a hero, oh, I love Superman, blah, 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 blah. Why? You barely know the guy. Like, it's not like Superman's been around for years. And again, that goes back to the whole thing where it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's off of the notion that you already know who he is and you care about him. But again, this movie feels like it happens right after, whereas the Whedon version, it feels like maybe it happens maybe a couple months. This feels like it happens right after he dies. So it feels like it's immediately happening. So that's why it really feels very, very weird. Especially with the way BVS ended. So I don't know, man. It's weird. So we start the movie off after that with Batman meeting Aquaman. You know that scene in the trailer shot where you see Aquaman grab, Batman, Bruce. And that scene's back. You get to see him in this movie. I did see Aquaman. I actually went ahead and I watched the Aquaman film before I actually watched the actual, Justice League film. And Aquaman is a dick in this movie. He is a straight up dick in this movie. Compared to the Aquaman movie, because I will be reviewing the Aquaman movie probably after this review. The Aquaman movie, the Aquaman to that one compared to this one, he's a dick in this movie. He's a real jackass a little bit. Yeah, he has heart at the end, but at first he's really a dick in this movie, which I guess makes sense given the fact that he doesn't like the Atlanteans in the storyline. But again, it's like, you're really a dick. You really are. So yeah, Aquaman's kind of a dick in this movie. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about it. Wonder Woman. Let's talk about Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, yes. So now we get to, I think we're like 20 minutes into the movie after that, where we get to a scene where Wonder Woman is fighting the bank robbers, or the people holding up is it a school? Is it a bank? I don't know. I don't know where it is. So there's these thugs, who just break in and just hold everyone hostage. And then Wonder Woman comes in and she starts murdering everyone. I'm not exaggerating. You see, it's kind of like with BVS with Batman, where he throws the fucking crate at the wall, and you see the guy hit the wall, and then you see his whole brain on the fucking side of the wall. Yeah, that's like this. But Wonder Woman doesn't throw a box. No, she throws him into the wall, and his whole back of his whole head just bleh. It's on the wall. His blood's on the wall. He's dead. Everyone is dead. She killed every single dude. Every single guy is fucking dead after that. She killed everyone. And, oh my god. And then there's a scene right after she, annihilates this guy. She does her stupid fucking thing like this, and he's gone. He's nothing but a fucking hat. He's a fucking hat, and he just kind of floats all the way down onto the cop car. So he's fucking dead. So he's fucking dead. I'm under the assumption that everyone's fucking dead, but I know he's fucking dead. So she killed everyone. And then there's this little girl that Wonder Woman walks up to, because she's just kind of sitting there weirdly, I guess. And then she's like, I want to be like you when I grow up. And I'm like, she just murdered everyone. What? Why would you look up to that? You don't see. This is the problem. You have heroes these days who murder people, and they're like, oh, you're such a hero. Murder's not supposed to be okay. Especially, the rule is if you're like a higher being, meaning like you're like a Superman or like you're a Spider-Man, if you have powers, more than likely you're not going to murder people. Batman's the only exception. Batman is the only exception. Batman will not kill people, but he does in this version, or he's trying to stop murdering. Because they do this weird arc. Again, I don't want to like go off onto a whole tangent because I want to focus on Wonder Woman, but I want to mention it real quick. So Batman has this arc where he is trying to redeem his actions in BVS. That's not possible. Because if you go back and you read the Red Hood, or you read or watch the Red Hood movie, he says very clearly, if I ever kill someone, I'm never coming back. Like, that's not, he can't just kill people and then stop killing. That's not how that works. You can't just be like, okay, I'm going to stop murdering now. No, that's not how that works, and you're not a hero anymore at that point. There have been plenty of stories, like, for example, Superman murdering, Superman killing people. Have you ever read Superman Kingdom Come? Or Kingdom Come, Superman. Seen that version of him. He murders, I think it was, Mixplistic, what's his name? The magic guy. He kills him, I think. I think that's the guy he kills, and then he gives up being Superman. Batman, has given up the cowl multiple times because of versions of him where he's killed people. This one doesn't. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I stop killing people now. I'm gonna redeem myself. That is stupid. Okay, you're not redeeming yourself. You're so far gone. Like, it's not even funny. And, whatever. It's so dumb. I mean, if you want Batman to murder people, you could have just had him kill parademons. Because parademons are the only thing the Justice League are usually allowed to kill because they're not really alive. They're kind of like droids. So, whatever. So anyway, back to Wonder Woman. This movie sucks Wonder Woman's dick so hard that the theme, her like Wonder Woman theme, has fucking like had a double orgasm, and it's like, ah! it's got this fucking like weird ass, like, I do not like her theme. If you listen to her new epic theme or whatever in Justice League, it is so fucking bad. I hate it. As a matter of fact, all of the music in this movie I fucking hate. I hate all the music. There's a fucking scene where after Aquaman leaves, after Aquaman takes his shirt off and he just goes into the water and leaves, Batman just turns and leave, and like he's got these fucking opera singers in the fucking background, and they're like singing Kumbaya fucking Ya, and it's so weird. It's so weird. It's not natural. Like, this movie's not natural. Like, at all. It doesn't feel natural. So when this theme starts playing, and don't y'all trust me, you're gonna hear this theme play throughout the entire movie. Oh, you think I'm lying? No. If you haven't seen this movie, you're going to hear this theme throughout the entire movie that Wonder Woman is fighting people. The part where she's fighting the bank robbers, and the part where she's fighting Stefan Wolfe, and then fighting Stefan Wolfe again at the end. That is fucking, like, you think that, well, it's a 4-hour movie, right? So you think it's going to be short. Oh, no, it does not feel that way. When you fucking start hearing her fucking theme song play, the fucking epic version of it, it is fucking like, you're going to be like, oh my god, I felt like I just heard this like 5 minutes ago. That's how annoying it is. So, yeah, I don't like the Wonder Woman theme. As a matter of fact, I don't like any of the music in this fucking movie. I think the music in this is bad. Well, of course, except for Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's fucking Superman theme. I always liked the Hans Zimmer Superman theme. I know that might be a little... I do like the theme. I'll be honest. I do like the Hans Zimmer Superman theme, but that's all that good that came out of Man of Steel. But whatever. I digress. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, yes. Stephen Wolfe fucks up the Amazons. So, Stephen Wolfe, you saw the scene probably in the original movie or Whedon version. He drops in on the Amazons, and of course the scene is more expanded upon. The fight leads outside. You do see Amazons get fucked up. You see them get absolutely destroyed in this movie, which is kind of funny because, you know, it's kind of is the backwards thing with Wonder Woman, how they love Wonder Woman so much and they propped her theme up so fucking high. Even though, remember Batman's theme, you know, the Danny Elfman song? Yeah, that one from the Whedon version. Yeah, they took that scene out, that version and scene out. Oh yeah, that scene where Batman's using a fucking thug to lure in a parademon. Yeah, that scene's gone. That scene doesn't exist anymore. That one has been ripped out of the movie. The Danny Elfman fucking Batman theme is not in here anymore, and I don't want to say it suffers because of that, but it is... What the fuck? I'm gonna have to edit this. So yeah, Stephen Wolfe fucks up the Amazons, steals the mother box, and he's gone. So the Amazons are like, oh shit, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? Well, we have no choice, but we're gonna have to warn humankind that they're gonna have a war soon. Yeah. So they shoot this magic fucking arrow at this Amazon building in the world of mankind, I guess. And like it's like it burns like this fire of war or whatever. And Wonder Woman sees it and she's like, oh shit. Oh shit. Here we got trouble now. So she goes to investigate. And then she learns about Darkseid. She learns about a little bit about, you know, what's coming. And that's the scene. Okay, so what do I got here? I already talked about that. Okay. Cyborg and Flash origin story. So if you already know, Cyborg and Flash did not get their own movie. Their origin story, their movie was in this fucking movie. It was in the Justice League film. So, and honestly, I like their origins in this. It's cool. It's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. I think they do I think he does a great job, admittedly, of doing the origin stories of Flash and Cyborg. So that I will admittedly admit is all right. They're cool. They're fine. Okay, Okay, then Stephen Wolfe steals the Atlantic Mother Box. So, he goes to steal the Atlantic Mother Box. And it's kind of funny because it's like, you'd think there'd be more guards there. there was fucking, what? 3-4 guys in Mira? Three or four guys in Mira were there. And Mira's about to die. And Aquaman comes out of nowhere. He fights Stephen Wolfe, loses, and then he doesn't die, but Stephen Wolfe steals the mother box and he takes off. And then we get to a scene, of course, where Zack cannot have his actors talk underwater, which will be rectified in the Aquaman film a little bit more. And then you have, again, these weird, awkward scenes where you're underwater or something, and then they like create an air pocket, and then they talk to each other. It is very, admittedly, weird to me. It is very, very weird to me to see that. So yeah. But whatever, and then we get that scene in Aquaman. They talk, and Aquaman takes off. Alright, yeah. The Darkseid versus Earth story. So, like I said, Diana learned about Darkseid, so she's gonna go tell Bruce. She goes, tells Bruce about it, and she tells him the story about how humans and Amazons and Atlanteans, they all came together a long, long time ago, and they fought off Darkseid, along with a Green Lantern! A Green fucking Lantern! So you see a Green Lantern in this movie, and he gets fucked. He gets fucked. If I was to guess, I would have guessed that this was supposed to be Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern or something. Nah, it probably wasn't. But there was talks about Ryan Reynolds coming back for the Green Lantern role. But whatever, that's not the point. So she tells him the story about it, and Darkseid goes out like a wimp. So I think Ares comes in and he like chops his arm, which is brutal, and he's done. He's done fighting. Then his parademons just like kind of like drag him into the ship, and then they leave, and then they won. That's the fight was 5 minutes. It was like less than 5 minutes. These motherfuckers a long time ago did a better job than we did. Well, I wouldn't say we, because it was just the Justice League, but whatever, we'll get to that later. Alright, I had to, I had to turn my light on because it was getting dark outside, and I ran out of space on my phone. I straight up ran out of space. So I had to go through my phone a little bit and get rid of some files. But whatever, I'm back now, and I got my light on so you guys can see my face when I tell you about this movie. Alright, so I was talking about the Darkseid versus the Earth story. I just finished that, so now we're going to move on to Flash saving Iris. Now, apparently Flash is going to get this job at this, what is this, an animal store? Is it like an animal store, like a puppy store? What is it? So he goes to get this job, he runs into Iris, and then some dumbass truck driver is trying to grab his cheeseburger from under the fucking seat that he dropped because he's a moron. He's trying to grab the cheeseburger. Bear with me, I know. So, he's trying to grab his cheeseburger. And he's not, guess what? He's not looking at the road. So, Iris starts kind of driving off. And he hits her. He hits the car. And Flash starts going fast. Run, Barry, run. He's like this. He's just going. And so everything's slow down for him. He's running. And he kind of runs in, he kind of like sees her, and he has to like kind of gently put her down, I guess, because I guess he's going so fast. He has to make sure he doesn't, I guess if he grabs her too fast, he might hurt her. So he's trying to go like, I guess he has to go slow, which I guess is kind of smart, kind of interesting idea. Because every time you usually see Flash, like for example in the CW show, say for someone, it's just super fucking fast. You don't even like really see it. But Zack Snyder, being Zack Snyder, he loves his slow-mo shots. So you're in 100% slow-mo. It's probably why this movie's 4 fucking hours long. So we're in slow-mo. He's running. He's saving her. But before he saves her, there's like this. So the truck driver hit this hot dog stand before he hit Iris. So there's this fucking floating hot dog, and you're watching the scene, and you're just like, wait, what's he doing with that hot dog? Wait, what's he, whoa, what are you gonna do with that hot dog? Hold up. you start thinking about the weirdest shit possible of what he's doing, like with the hot dog. Nothing happens. He just grabs the hot dog, and he just kind of like saves her and goes back into the building where he was at. After he caused a bunch of collateral damage with the window, of course, which is the only thing Flash messed up. True, everything else was the truck driver's fault. I don't know if did he die? No, I don't think he died. I think he just crashed. But Iris's car blew up. But she's safe. But she did see him save her, so that is alarming. You don't want the people to find out your secret identity, Flash. So he runs back in with the hot dog for the animals, I guess, because he's trying to he's worried about the job too. So it was a nice scene. I liked the scene. It was funny. It was interesting. It's kind of weird. This movie has humor in it, which is really weird considering BVS and Man of Steel. Because I don't know if Zack got better with comedy. And honestly, I remember walking away from the film saying, no, Zack, stop with the comedy. But maybe if he has some practice, maybe he can get even better at it. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to make his movies brighter, which we'll get to at the end of this review. But I digress. Okay, and then we go to a scene where Martha and Lois have a heart-to-heart about, Clark and stuff. But then it turns out that it's not Martha Kent, it's Martha Manhunter. Yes, it's Martian Manhunter disguised as Martha Kent, who was talking to Lois. I guess because he was trying to get Lois to cheer up, I guess. But you got to see Martian Manhunter, which made me really happy. I'll be honest, it made me happy because I fucking love Martian Manhunter. I fucking love Martian Manhunter. The very fact that we haven't gotten a Martian Hunter movie is criminal. It is criminal that we haven't gotten a movie for him yet. It is criminal. Instead, you have these fucking animated movies replacing Martian Manhunter with fucking Cyborg of all people. Cyborg, the Teen Titan, Cyborg. No, fucking no. It should be Martian Manhunter and the rest of the league. It should not be fucking Cyborg and then no Martian Manhunter. It should be Martian Manhunter. So I am happy to see Martian Manhunter is in the movie. The only thing I would say I don't like about him is his face. His face, like the way his face, his texture on his head, it's very weird. I don't like that much. But other than that, everything else I'd say is fine. The actor is great as him. The suit looks great. He looks good. He looks good. That makes me kind of excited to see him like transform into what he, because Martian Manhunter's true form is his Martian look. But he's got his like suit. He's got like his outfit. Like from the Justice League the animated series, which looks good. It looks good. It's just his head's a little weird, and his eyes look good. He's got those red eyes. So he looks good. I want a fucking Martian Manhunter movie, WB. Make it happen. So yeah, Martian fucking Manhunter. Martha fucking Manhunter. Alright, so then we get to Cyborg's origin story. So this is when they take the time to kind of flesh out Cyborg. It was cool to see him playing football. Me and my brother were sitting there watching the movie, and my brother like points at the screen and he's like, Wisconsin! Because we live in Wisconsin. And I was like, what? And I look and I missed it. And he's like, it was Wisconsin. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean Cyborg beat Wisconsin? So yeah, he won the football game. Yay, cool. But Daddy wasn't around to see me win, so I'm upset about it. So that's fine. It's a good story. It goes through it quick. It shows you a little bit of him normal, and then it shows you how he transformed into Cyborg. Then it shows you helping this one person, which was good, because, if you say, start small, work your way up, I guess, which is good. So he helps this person out, which is great. And yeah, that was the little Cyborg origin story, which was good. I liked it. It was all right. All right, so then we see Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon in the movie. Which oh my god, it's so weird that you'd think out of all of the times to have this fucking dark drama, it would probably be between Gordon and Batman. This does not happen in the movie. They do not actually be like, hey, Batman, you killed a lot of people. I should arrest you. I should arrest you. Like, there's never they never do that. They never he never says, Batman, you killed people. I should take you in. But I'm not going to because, I'm sure you know something I don't. Or, you don't even have that. They just talk normally with the rest of the league, which is so weird. It's just so weird. The fact that there was no fucking consequences for his actions when he killed all those people is fucking utter retardation. Utter retardation, the fact that he suffered no consequences for that. No consequences for that. So Batman has no consequences for his actions, apparently. Because he's Batman! Alright, so after that stupid scene, we get to some Stefan Wolfe character development. Because villains in movies these days need to have fucking character development. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching them talk, Stefan Wolfe talk to his bosses or whatever, and they're like talking about like, you know, you kind of fucked up all them years ago with, you know, I don't even know what it was about. And he's like, I'm gonna do this for Darkseid so he finally sees me, or whatever the fuck his goal is. It's so, and when you get to the end of the movie, it was like, what was the point? Like you get murdered anyway, which I'll get to in a minute. But again, it's like, what was the point of fleshing him out then? There was no, like, one of the reasons why Thanos worked was because he was in other movies. Like, he was in other movies. That's why fleshing him out worked more. Like, if you're not going to have him in the movie more, or in the other movies more, then don't flesh him out. Don't sit there and flesh it. Because scenes like this could have been cut. I think it was the slow-mo. Because, you know, slow-mo is time-consuming. Slow-mo, and then there are some unnecessary scenes in this movie. And in my opinion, the Stephen Wolfe character development is, it's fucking a waste of time. It is straight up a waste of time. I don't need to sit there and see what his fucking goal is. It doesn't even really explain it well to me. So I don't really fucking care about what his goal is, because he's gonna get murdered anyway. So it's like, who cares? Who fucking cares? I mean, Darkseid has less development. Darkseid has less development in this movie than Stephen Wolfe does at the end. It's so stupid. But whatever. I digress. Flash and Cyborg do more in this movie. Okay, so yes. So you get to see Flash and Cyborg do more in this movie. You get to see, you know, them actually be helpful. You get to see them do more things. They do a great job. You know, there's a scene where Cyborg saves his dad from Stephen Wolfe. Then a whole huge fight breaks out between them. That's when you get that big fight in that, I think, a water plant, or under the Gotham Harbor or something. So they have that big fight, and then they have to escort all the civilians out. Debris is going to fall on the civilians when they reach outside. So you see Flash kind of do this thing where he kind of like grabs all the rocks and stuff, and saves everyone. Then he misses one, and Cyborg kind of like, you know, saves the last guy, which is great. They do a lot more in this movie. So that's good. That's good. Okay, so then we get to a scene where the team talks about using the Mother Box to resurrect Superman. Now, oh my God. Because I have a lot to say about this. And I'm glad that I did not review this movie right after I saw it. Because after I had some time to think, everything started making more sense to me as far as, like, what the whole goal of these movies were, what they were trying to say, you know, the actuality of like, how the books were and how things really progressed in them and stuff. Here's the thing. In BVS, you see the stupid dirt rising, right? But in this movie, which you know what would have been cool? This is what would have been cool if, like, because they go dig up Superman's grave. They literally go dig up Superman's grave. They literally disrespect the man. They go dig up his grave, and they take him to the ship where the ship, the Kryptonian ship. You know what would have been fucking cool? If he wasn't in the ship, or if he wasn't in the casket. They open it up, be like, where the fuck did he go? He's gone. He's just gone. You know, maybe he shows up behind them and be like, I heard you guys needed me. You know, something stupid like that. Because, like, using the Mother Box, and don't get me wrong, they do a good job explaining that the Mother Box can help restore, you know, life or the body or whatever, the matter or whatever. I get that. But Superman was technically already alive at the end of BVS, so it directly contradicts your stupid ending to that movie with the dirt rising. So, that's dumb. I always hated this idea. I hated this in the Whedon version, and I hate it in the Zack Snyder cut. I hate that they used the Mother Box to bring back Superman. I would have preferred, you know what would have been cool? If Superman wasn't even in the fucking casket. Maybe he was Maybe, I don't know, maybe is it fucking, this Fortress of fucking Solitude, I don't know, fucking healing from his wounds. I don't know, something else. Something else. With your stupid fucking robots. So they have oh yeah, remember those robots? You know, those robots in Man of Steel? Like when they flipped out as soon as they saw like Superman or Lois in the ship? They're like super chill with the Justice League. But like in Man of Steel, when you see like the robot, he's like, stranger! And he like starts like slapping Lois and like damn near murders her in that movie. But like in this movie, you know, the robots chill, you know? I mean, and they didn't even put in the Codex thing, you know, that little stupid icon thing. Like, they lost that a long time ago. You'd think that the robots would be like, strangers! And they just start attacking everyone. But whatever. My point is, I never liked this whole idea of using the mother boxes to bring back Superman. It would have been cool if he was already, like, alive and around and stuff. Because, again, stick him in fucking sunlight, you know, and then like, I'm back to life. Like it's literally that retarded. Like, that's all you need to do. Stick him in front of the yellow sun and he'll be back in a few hours. Like, I'm just saying, you know, it's so dumb. It's just so dumb to me. And you know, this movie is dark. I mean, the sun never fucking rises. Like, it barely rises. When they were about to resurrect Superman, you had a sunrise, I guess, or a sunset. I don't remember what it was. But whatever. So they bring back Superman, and then this is when the movie really starts to feel like the Whedon version. Or not the Whedon version, but like the original, where you have the Superman versus the Justice League fight, which I like the fight. I mean, the fight's cool. It's slightly altered. Like, I think the last big difference is Superman, he like laser beams and blows up these vehicles, and he because if you guys remember in the Whedon version, he like just punches or like hits Batman. No, he's trying to vaporize him. He's trying to laser beam him to death. Batman is so lucky that his fucking arm gauntlets that Alfred made for him are impervious damn near to, or not impervious because they did break, but like, if he didn't have those, he'd be dead. Like Superman would have killed him. He would have died. Batman almost died. Batman almost got murdered. So yeah, man. The fight was cool. I'll talk more about Superman at the end because I think I finally understand what Zack was trying to do. But I still believe that he does not get it. So we're gonna go through this more at the end. So I want to go back a little bit. So there's a scene where Batman says that he's working with, he's working on faith. If you guys have ever read a book or played a video game or fucking watched a movie, Batman does not work on faith. Batman is the least faithful character in the entire league. Batman is a fucking, strategic, logical thinking character. He doesn't work on faith. The only time he works on faith is when he needs Superman to save the day or something. When he's fully relying on Clark to do it. Which you can argue that that's what he's doing, but he's working on faith of the idea that the mother box will bring him back to life, which it does. Which brings me to my next point. The walking lobotomy himself, Superman. So, the whole reason why they even have that fight was because I guess his brain didn't, remember. The only person I guess he remembered was Batman, which is why he tried to kill him. And Lois, which is why he calms down and leaves with her and goes back to the farm. But you get this fucking scene of, Superman being a walking lobotomy. He is a walking lobotomy in this fucking scene. He's just like, oh, you know, he's just kind of standing there. Oh, look at my muscles. like it's so like, I don't know. It was weird, you know. And then like I think maybe a few hours later, a few minutes later, then he gets his memory back. Because again, the movie doesn't really do a good job with like how like time wise, or how long it's been. So there is that. I'm assuming it's been a few hours, because meanwhile the Justice League fucked up, and apparently because they used that mother box, Stephen Wolfe found out where the mother box is, and he went to go get it. But unfortunately, Cyborg's dad grabbed it, and he was plotting to, I think he's been trying to, like, get inside of it or destroy it, because you get this whole, like, subplot with his dad, Cyborg's dad, who works at Star's Labs, which is a Superman reference, ooh, and he is, like, you know, doing research on the mother boxes, and he's like trying to burn through it. Stephen Wolfe jumps in the building. He's in the building. He locks himself into this glass container thing, and it has this, basically the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. And he kills himself because he sacrifices himself to tried to prevent Stephen Wolfe from getting the box, but Cyborg is there, and it's an emotional scene, and he loses his dad, and it was a good scene. It was an emotional scene. It worked. So then that happens, and then the League have to reunite, and they find Stephen Wolfe, and they have to, like, you know, oh, right, when he shot the thing with the thing that killed him, it also put on a tracker, so they could track where the mother box went. So that's how they found out where Stephen Wolfe's location was, and then they started to make their way there. And then the next, like, fucking roughly like 40 minutes is the big fight at the end. And it was pretty much the same fight. It was pretty much the same fight. Let me see here. Okay. Superman's black suit. I really wish I was wearing my black shirt Superman suit, but I don't have it. My fucking brother or my mother like to take it from me because my family likes my clothes. I'm basically naked all the time. I'm not wearing anything. No, I am kidding. But okay, so Superman's black suit. Let's talk about Superman's black suit. So Superman's black suit. Why does Superman wear the black suit? Well, my dear viewer, if you have ever seen Death of Superman or read the comic, then you would know that the reason why he's wearing the black suit is because he's recovering. He's recovering from his death, and he's recovering because he doesn't have all of his powers yet. Which brings me to the black suit in Justice League. This black suit was nothing but a fucking reference. It was nothing but a fucking reference. The reason why Superman, and this is where I say that Zack doesn't know what he's doing. Oh no, Superman wears a black suit after he gets killed by Doomsday? Cool, I want to do that in my movie. Idiot! That's not why he's wearing the suit. He's wearing the suit because he doesn't have all of his powers yet. He's wearing the suit because that it soaks up the sun. It soaks up the sun rays so that he gets more power. Which, with that logic, you'd think he'd wear the black suit all the time. But whatever, that's not the point. The point is that when he came back to life, he wasn't even wearing a suit. He was just wearing pants and no shirt, and he was kicking the Justice League's ass. He's stronger than Wonder Woman, for Christ's sake. He is stronger than her. He is like, you know, like how sometimes they do this thing with Superman where he's slightly above Wonder Woman, or they're like roughly equal matched. In this movie, he's like this. He's past the stratosphere. Because if you want to make the argument to me that he didn't even have all of his power when he fought the fucking Justice League, holy shit. Holy shit. Like, he doesn't even need the black suit then. Why did he even wear the black suit? He had all of his powers. He could fly. He could do the heat vision. What was the point of the black suit? Because in the comics, he wears the black suit now after Doomsday kills him. Idiot! That's not where he wears it. Again, this is where I feel like Zack doesn't get it. Superman wears the black suit because he doesn't have all his powers yet. He doesn't have the heat vision. He can't fly yet. He's super strong. He's super fast. But he's not 100% yet. The point of the black suit is that he is not 100%. And he's using the suit, or he's wearing the suit, to get his power back faster. Right? That's the point. And again, so that makes the black suit nothing but a Easter egg. It is nothing but, hey, look at that. Why does he have a cape? Take the cape away too. He doesn't wear a cape with the black suit in the comics or in other media. He doesn't wear that. It's just the black suit with the silver. It's not even silver. It's just black with the silver. And no cape with the mullet, which I don't care. You know, whatever, no mullet. But the black suit had no purpose in this movie. It was just here for fan service, or lack thereof. So Superman's return. So at the beginning of this review, I said a line from Joss Whedon's version of Justice League where he shows up behind Stefan Wolfe, and he's got the red and blue suit on, actually. And he says, I believe in truth, but I'm also a big fan of justice. And then he proceeds to beat up Darkseid, or not Darkseid, Stefan Wolfe. But in this movie, Stefan Wolfe is about to... so Cyborg's working on the mother box, and he's about to basically chop Cyborg in half. Superman appears right behind Cyborg, and you know, he looks up at Stephen Wolfe and he's like, not impressed, and he like puts cold air on his axe, and it shatters, and then he beats him up, which that was cool. I thought that was cool. But I don't know what I like more, honestly. I don't know if I like the scene where he shows up behind him and he gives him that little talk, or the part where he just comes out of nowhere and he like, you know, I don't know what I like more. I like both of those scenes, actually. So I honestly don't know what I like more. But whatever. Okay, so the Justice League at the end of this movie, they fail. Yeah. They die. Everyone dies. I'm not kidding. The only person who doesn't die is Flash. So, let me explain. So, they failed to stop the mother boxes from combining, because they're trying to combine them, and Justice League are trying to separate them. They failed to stop them from combining. Flash... Because they had this big plan, because remember how they brought Superman back to life? They had Flash running in a circle because he was trying to generate electricity so that they could use it to separate the boxes, right? It's a very weird way of me explaining it, but just bear with me. So that's what they're doing, all right? So that's what they're doing. So what happens is there's this parademon on a fucking turret. I'm not joking. There's a fucking parademon on a fucking parademon version of a turret, and he shoots Flash. I'm not joking. He hits him. So Flash gets hit, and it looked bad. He hit him right in the side. But luckily for Barry, he can heal fast, so he was able to heal. But he wasn't able to heal fast enough. So everyone died, even Superman. Superman exploded too. Because as Flash is turning back time and running towards Cyborg, you see Superman's symbol kind of like come back. And I'm just like, Superman died too? Twice? Like, really? He just came back to life. He just, like, fuck. Like, it was kind of annoying, but whatever. It was cool to see Flash save everyone, and to be fair, everyone had some good chemistry in this movie. You know, there were a few scenes I didn't talk about where they're just kind of talking to each other. And they were good. There was a lot of, everyone gets to talk to each other. Everyone gets to kind of like communicate with each other and like kind of commence, just talk to each other, which is nice. It was really good to see that. So, it made sense when, at the end where, Flash saves the day, they separate the mother boxes, and then they just beat up Steppenwolf. Everyone gets a cool scene. You see Wonder Woman get a good hit in. You see, I think does Batman get a hit in? I think he does. I think Batman gets a hit in. I think, so think of it like everyone got a chance to basically punch Steppenwolf, right? Everyone got a chance to basically, get a good hit in. There was a scene where, then you get to a part where Superman, is kind of punching him, and he, laser beams his ear off. I didn't like that. That was a little too brutal for Superman. I didn't like that. That again, Zack's not getting it. Again, it's just, oh yeah, by the way, the whole scene of Superman coming back and, saving those people, them saving people, that's not in this movie. It's not in this movie. So don't even fucking think about that, apparently. Which, again, I wish they did. I wish they did kind of help people. I did like that about the Whedon version of them, saving people. I thought that was funny when, Flash saves, the three people in the car, or 3 or 4 people in the car, while Superman's just taking the entire building and just kind of... that was admittedly funny. You can't tell me it wasn't cool and funny. But in this movie, that doesn't happen. So don't even think about it. Zack's Justice League, remember? So that was cool. Flash saves everyone, and Superman saves the day. He's able to help Cyborg, remove the mother boxes from each other, and they won. And then a portal opens, and then you see Darkseid and his goons. They get a good look at him. So Darkseid has seen the Justice League, and the Justice League have seen Darkseid. And everyone's oh, who's this guy? So the Justice League I'm not going to say Justice League. Wonder Woman kills Steppenwolf, because Superman comes up, punches Steppenwolf. He's about to send him through the portal back to where he belongs. And Wonder Woman has to be a bitch and cut his fucking head off. So she jumps up. She's like, woo! And then she just slices his head off, and then he goes to the portal. And if I was Superman, I'd be like, ooh. And then Darkseid, being Darkseid, steps on his head, because it's like, you're dead. You're no use to me. And it's kind of it's like, okay, well. So he's done. He's out of there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the little plot about the anti-life equation. The anti-life equation is mentioned in this movie. It is Darkseid's goal, essentially. It's on Earth somewhere. That's what he wants. He would probably use that to control Superman. That's probably how the future happens and all that stuff with the nightmare stuff. So yeah, that there you go. And then happy ending in a Zack Snyder movie. So you get this little happy ending where everyone kind of is happy, and Bruce helps Clark's mother with the farm, and he bought the bank. That little joke. You get to see Barry, show Dad that he's got the job at the police or the science lab or whatever. You got to see Cyborg. He's embraced being a hero, I guess. Everyone kind of gets like a nice little ending. Aquaman gets a little nice ending. Everyone gets kind of like their own little epilogue, right? But then we get to a scene where we get to see Lex Luthor. Yes, the Lex Luthor from BVS. And he's bald now. He's the real Lex Luthor now, right? So you get to see that fucking nut job again. And he's talking to Deathstroke of all people. So he's talking to Deathstroke. And Luthor decides to tell him who Batman is. So yes, Deathstroke now knows who Batman is. He knows that he's Bruce Wayne. So that's a problem. That is a fucking problem. So that's scary. And then after that, you get this, I think it's like 10 minutes. You get this 10-minute nightmare scene. Yeah, you remember the nightmare world? Yeah. That's in this movie for like 12 minutes. I honestly thought that there'd be more nightmare stuff. I really, really did. So I'm a little disappointed with that regard, but what are you gonna do? So there's a nightmare scene, and you get to basically see who the remaining Justice League is. It is comprised of Batman. It is comprised of Deathstroke. It is comprised of Mira, I think another guy, and Joker. Yeah, Joker. Batman is working with Joker, apparently, in the Nightmare world. And it's Jared Leto's Joker from Suicide Squad, but it's very different. Very, very, very different Jared Leto Joker from that movie to this movie. Longer hair, more fucked up appearance, and he's just taunting. He starts taunting Bruce because apparently we find out that he killed. We did know that already, but he killed basically Dick Grayson, and that really hits him hard. And he's pissed. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, and this is all over. Which doesn't fucking matter because apparently Superman, evil Superman, comes out of nowhere. And he's got them red eyes, boy. He's gonna vaporize every single one of them. So they're fucked. So they're fucked. And if I was to assume, this is probably where the Flash would go back in time all the way to BVS and tell Bruce about whatever. So I guess things all connect at the end of this movie. So that's good, I guess. I thought there would be more Nightmare World. I really, really thought that there would be more of that. I was slightly disappointed that there was not more Nightmare World, but whatever. What are you gonna do? But then we get another cool part of the movie. Martian Manhunter meeting Bruce. So Bruce wakes up from the nightmare, and then he kind of like, what? Because someone's like knocking on his door, and I actually got scared because I actually thought it was gonna be Deathstroke, but no, it was Martian Manhunter. He was, he kind of came there to say, hey, part of the team now, and Bruce is like, okay, like he's like not even awake. He's just kind of like, yeah, the more the merrier. So yeah, that was funny. That was cool. I'm so happy that Martian Manhunter's here because I fucking love Martian Manhunter. I fucking really love Martian Manhunter. I really, really do. The fact that you don't see him more is ridiculous. I'm seeing in other media, other forms of media, because he's really fucking cool. If you want to sit there and tell me Martian Manhunter is not cool, you're a liar. Martian Manhunter is fucking cool, alright? He is one of the best Justice Leaguers. Again, I love Martian Manhunter. So it's really cool to see him. That was it. And then the movie's over. Roll credits. Holy shit! This review is over an hour long. Fuck. Why am I not surprised? Well, whatever. What else can I say? Batman. Batman is basically on a redemption arc in this movie. Because he's trying to bring back Superman. He's basically trying to correct his mistakes. Superman is, I would argue, he has less screen time in this movie than he does in the Whedon version, I feel like, personally. Wonder Woman gets a lot of love in this movie. Dare I say, too much love, like to the point where her theme song is fucking annoying now. I fucking hate the theme song. The music was bad in this movie. Music was really, really bad in this movie. Aquaman was a dickhead, but I guess it made sense to where his character was at in that arc, in that movie, or whatever. But it does feel a little disorganic compared to what it would be in the Aquaman movie, which I will be reviewing. Cyborg, they did a good job with his origin story. I've always preferred him as a Teen Titan. I'm not a big fan of him as a Justice Leaguer. Never will, never have. I said that backwards, you get the point. Flash's origin story was solid, made sense, pretty much the CW version. So you get the gist of that. And of course, Martian Manhunter, which he was only in 2 scenes, but again, it was really, really cool to see him. And then Lois Lane. Lois Lane, again, is just here to, help Clark, stop being a walking lobotomy. And then Stefan Wolfe has character development, but it doesn't matter because he gets murdered at the end. And then Darkseid gets no character development, and he's after the anti-life equation, and that's it. That's pretty much the main characters in a nutshell. It's kind of funny I actually noticed something when I was writing all this stuff down. When I wrote out the names for Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash, if you noticed, I said 6 characters. I guess Martian Manhunter would technically be the 7th, but Martian Manhunter does not fight with them at the end. So it kind of takes away from that, because it's 6, it's not 7. But I guess at the end it's 7 because Martian Manhunter's like, oh, I'm part of the team now. But that's cool, but still. It would have been cool maybe to see Martian Manhunter in the fight. Like maybe he's helping them, but he doesn't. Which is kind of stupid, but, whatever. Okay, well, with that being said, my final thoughts. This is a very long movie. Like I said, this is a 4-hour long movie. If you thought Batman v Superman was long, then boy, you're going to be in for a long time with this movie. I recommend you watch this movie in parts, when it says part 1, part 2, part 3. Pick your time, pick how much time you really want to spend watching certain parts, or how many parts you want. Unless you want to be a crazy person and you have you have all the time in the world to waste, and you just want to sit there for 4 hours and waste your life away, then go ahead. but whatever, it's fine. So yeah. Overall, like I said, I'm gonna go back to basically what I said at the beginning of this review, and I'm gonna say the story is pretty much the same, but it just has that extra stuff in it, or that explains the story more, or adds in stuff that it necessarily didn't even need. It was just there for the sake of being there, or it was there for the sake of explaining things more, or setting up origin stories for Cyborg and Flash, which I believe if they set up the Cyborg and the Flash origin stories in their own movies or something, then this movie could have at least have been maybe 3 hours and not, or maybe 3 hours and 30 minutes and not fucking 4 hours. Because this is very long. This is a very long movie. That is one of my biggest That is one of my biggest criticisms about this movie, is the fact that it's long. Wonder Woman gets way too much love in this movie. I feel like Wonder Woman gets more love in this movie than anyone else, honestly. Her theme song is annoying. The music sucked. I don't like the fact that the Superman is a walking lobotomy, and, you know, he's fucking, you know, the black suit had no purpose. You know, it wasn't like he, you know, it wasn't like the risks were high because he already had his powers at the end. He should have been depowered. He wasn't depowered. He already seemed like he was at full power. So that makes the black suit basically, you know, nothing but a walking Easter egg. I wish Martian Manhunter was in it more. I wish he actually got to fight with the Justice League. I say I wish I got more of the nightmare scene or the nightmare world. Other than that, I mean, that's all I really got to say. I guess I'll say one more thing and I'll be done. So I understand what Zack was trying to do. I understand what Zack Snyder was trying to do. I don't know if you noticed it yet, but allow me to explain. Zack was trying to establish that Superman is one of the most important, not just one of the most important superheroes in the world, but one of the most important characters in the Justice League. And if they lose him, then they lose. They need Superman in order to win. That was the whole point of this fucking movie, is that they need Superman to beat Darkseid. That is what they need. They need Superman. They need two things. They need Superman not to be a bad guy, and they need Superman to be alive. That was the two things that they needed in this movie. And the nightmare establishes, though, that the nightmare could still happen. That was the point of the nightmare scenes, was to establish that the future is set. If they don't change it somehow, then this is what's going to happen. They're all going to die. So that's why they need to find a way to find that anti-life equation, make sure Darkseid never gets it, and make sure that Superman never dies or becomes a bad guy. That is the goal. That is the point. I get what he was doing. I get that's what he was trying to do. But he doesn't fucking understand that he needs to show Superman actually being a hero and actually doing the right thing. You do not see that enough. You did not see that in Man of Steel. You did not see that in BVS. It was nothing but a walking, depressive, emo kid, and it was not Superman. This is not Superman. Superman is a bright, uplifting character. He is basically the sun rising over your head. He is that. Superman is not a fucking god. He is not a Jesus character. He is a normal man with powers because of science. He is an alien. The genes in him absorb the sun radiation. That is why he is so powerful. His sun was red. Ours is yellow. That gives him his power. That's just science. And I don't like that Zack kept pushing Superman to be this fucking god, this Jesus thing. I don't like it. It is very, I'm religious, but this is very uncomfortable to me. Very, very uncomfortable. I do not like that. It's not the way I look at Superman. It's not the way I look at my boy. That's not the way I look at my second favorite superhero. That's not the way I look at him at all. You know, that's not the way anime looks at him. People got people like All Might, Goku, One Punch Man, all these characters who are basically copying Superman and what he's supposed to be or what he's supposed to represent. They've done a better job showing off what he's supposed to be lately than a lot of our media today has shown what Superman is supposed to be. So that's all I really got to say. As far as ratings go, I gave the Whedon version a 7, but that movie was more of a 3 or a 4, like I said earlier. I unfortunately am going to have to give this a 7 out of 10. I'm basically going to have to give this the same rating as the last movie because like I said, it is the same movie, but it just adds in some other stuff or adds in explanations or stuff like that. And it's too long. It is way too long. But the good news is you can watch it in parts. So when it says part 1, part 2, part 3, you can just kind of like pick your parts or whatever. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Very long review. Let me know what you guys think about the DCEU. Let me know what you guys thought about this Justice League movie in the comments below. And until then, guys, thank you for watching. And I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.